All right. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? I'm a tiny, just tad little bit late, just a few minutes late. I was kind of running around, getting some stuff set up, making sure we are good to go. And it looks like we are, in fact, A1. Everything is up and running. We are good to start this brand new hunt today. This was a very much spur of the moment decision. I think I'm good on YouTube. Hopefully everything, I might have been a little tiny bit late. Or the stream starting up maybe was a little late. I don't know. But it looks like we're all good to get going right now. It's like we are all dandy handy. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, yeah, we're starting up a brand new hunt today. We are looking for Victini, which is a little bit, you might be thinking, if you're aware, Shiny Victini doesn't exist. Shiny Victini is not real. It is actually a figment of our imagination. It is a myth. It is a legend. It is not ever been officially released for whatever reason. Victini, his shiny, has just been lost to the ether. But we have our methods, we have our ways. At least I hope they're working correctly. It'll be really embarrassing if I'm sitting here. It's so cold outside, I'm a little bit congested today. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Maybe some water would help out. The lovely part about it being cold out really messes with your sinuses, kind of gets you a little all over the place. I am sorry. Of course, this is like coming out of nowhere. This whole, what am I doing? I was going to check my Pokemon for some reason, but we'll go ahead and head into this room. As you can see, Victini is here waiting for us. We did find a way to unlock the this freak. Just give me a second. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Okay, I'm back. Good God, that just came out of nowhere. Could not choke out a word to save my life. We managed to get a Liberty Pass, I believe. We are here at the Liberty Garden, Liberty Island thingy-mabobber. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But Victini is right here for us to encounter. Now, normally it would be shiny locked, but we have broken the system. My dear old uncle at Nintendo has given me a copy of Pokemon White, wink wink, that has a Shiny Victini unlocked for us, and we're just going to get started. Trainer Mystic, what up, how's it going? Let me do our first encounter here for the Victini, and we'll just get everything up and rolling. Do you know about the battery bunny who keeps going? I am not aware of that. No, I am not. Oh, the text on screen is a little small. Let me see if I can. We're going to change the settings real quick. We're going to go up to like 16. We'll make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's better. Okay, there we go. We are good to go. All right, so that is one Victini that is not shiny. We shall run away. Actually, I might want to pull my... So you can actually do the runaway method here. You just run away, and you go out of the room. You step back in, and what do you know? Victini is here waiting for us once more to encounter. And this, we already got one Victini on the board. We got to add a second with this one. And like I said, I really freaking hope that this, what I have done to remove the shiny lock actually works, and that we can in fact get a shiny Victini here. Because it would just be incredibly unfortunate if I'm here soft resetting over and over again, and we don't actually get the shiny. But the Energizer Bunny... I mean, I don't think it's a real thing. I'm pretty sure the Energizer Bunny is just a part of a TV ad, so you can rest easy. It's not real. It is not coming for you. So yeah, we're just going to sit here and run. And I gotta remember, these encounters actually come pretty fast. So let's, we're already at 3 there. Let's run away. I really feel like it doesn't come on shiny. So like Shiny Victini, no, does not technically exist. No, Shiny Victini is a figment of our imagination. Game Freak has never actually blessed us with Shiny Victini being real. But there are ways to circumvent Game Freak's delusion when it comes to keeping Shiny Victini from us. And I have hopefully discovered those ways. Now, it does not guarantee we're going to get a Victini anytime soon. I still have to, you know, full on encounter reset for it. You know, do these runaways, not really resets. I'm going to have to get in the better groove of adding on the encounters here, because I'm normally used to like clicking the reset, then clicking the button. Since we're running away, I got to do it a little differently and get my body trained for this here hunt. But how's everyone doing? What's going on? Hope everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. It has been quite frigid around here for me. It is quite cold. Snowed yesterday, still some snow on the ground. And what? I think we should be at 5 now, and this will be 6. Yeah, I got to get better about this this reset right here. It's going to take me a second to get used to. Click run. Also, I think what I need to do here, I want to grab let's get through this real quick, and that was an encounter. I want to grab you, pull you. Nope, don't do that. Red Fox, what up, what up? How's it going? Welcome back. So yeah, I want to put this right here. Oh, you can, I thought I had it turned off so you couldn't see my, I don't know. No, it's supposed to be turned off so you can't actually see the mouse there, but apparently that is not working. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Had a fair day. You know, it was a little bit busy with work, but it wasn't like bad busy. It wasn't crazy busy or anything, but it was solid. Just had a bit to do, bit to work on, and then took a nap after work because I was exhausted. And then Emily and I went out to dinner. And that is what, let's do another reset. Yeah, I have given up on Tepig for now, at least for the month of January. You know, I've given up Tepig. We will be back on the Tepig hunt once February rolls around. But right now, we are, yeah, we're taking it a little easy. We're going away from Tepig, seeing what else we can do, what else we can throw on the menu. All right, so I gotta remember. Maybe I should just, how do I want to do this? What is a good routine I want to get myself in to do these, to like register these encounters? Probably when I click run, that's when I should just click the space bar. Because there's some like, you know, lag at the end of the battle. I wouldn't say lag, but time you have to wait to actually run away. So when we click run here, that's when I click the space bar. Okay. Just got to make sure I keep in that little groove to keep things going. But yeah, Emily and I went out to get dinner after my nap, and we ended up getting some, what is it, Mediterranean food, which is pretty good. I need to start adding that to my diet more, per my doctor. Doctor said I need to go on a Mediterranean diet. Oh, I guess I have a tiny bit high cholesterol, so got to get that taken care of, and apparently Mediterranean food is good for that. Oh yeah, definitely faster. Certainly. It was like the whole, yeah, just getting through the opening like title sequence would take the time. Like, yeah, running away is certainly faster than doing the full reset. Run, then we do that. Okay, that is a good little routine right there. So all we got to do is run back out, run straight back in. Go click on Victini. We are off to the races. I guess the one thing about this hunt, it does require a little bit more of my attention to kind of do all the inputs. I imagine once I get more used to it, it'll be second nature and I won't have to think as much about it, but I might be a little rougher with responding to chat today, with thinking about what to say, because I'm just trying to get in the routine of this hunt. But we'll make it work. We'll get there eventually. I don't know why I stopped running there. And yeah, I really, really hope this actually works. You just beat Victini daily boss. Oh, nice. They got daily bosses in the online game. What qualifies it as like a What are the daily bosses the same every time, or was it like just Victini's turn today? Are there anything like special about them? Do they have like power-ups or anything, or is it just like, hey, your daily bosses taking on this here like legendary or mythical? Oh, excuse me. But yeah, like I was saying, the Mediterranean food that I got for dinner was actually pretty good. It was pretty solid. Filled me up quite well, you know, very satisfied, but I'm not like so full that I feel bad, which is always nice. You know, sometimes you go out and eat certain types of food and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm full, but God, I feel awful. You know, that food sat well with me, especially they had like a Mexican Coca-Cola there. Or it wasn't Coca-Cola, it was just Mexican cola. Mexican cola, as they called it. And it was pretty solid. I actually think I prefer it to regular Coke. Again, it had the like nice taste to it. I wanted a little bit of caffeine for the stream. But again, it wasn't like super heavy. Like I drank it, didn't feel like it's sitting in my stomach like a, you know, ball of lead. Which is always nice, always a good win. But there's several daily bosses that serve as main post-game activity, mostly centered around legendary villains. Okay, I gotcha. Very cool. It's interesting. The Victini says ta. I always wonder how they come up with these those kind of little wordings. I don't know if you call them onomatopoeias. Is that the word? Is onomatopoeia the word I'm looking for there? Like when a word represents a sound. Yeah, I always wonder how they come up with those things, because especially when we've been doing the shiny god hunt, they say some pretty funny things when you go to start the battle. Yeah, it uses cane, yeah, like real cane sugar, like less, not really the processed sugar that regular Coke uses. Now, with this hunt, I was really wanting to have at least 2 consoles to do this. I wanted to have both black and white running for this, but unfortunately, I only have the ability to remove the shiny lock on one game at the moment. I'll have to pick up another action replay if I want to remove the shiny lock in another game. And again, this is all assuming that the shiny lock code that I found actually works. Because if the code that I have running isn't actually working, well, I'm doing all this for nothing, which would be very tragic, and I certainly do not want that. And there's genuinely no way for me to know that it's not working, because like with the odds being as low as they are, you know, if I get to 10,000 encounters here, it's like, okay, well, I could just be, you know, being a little unlucky with the shiny odds, or I could be at 10,000 encounters because it's just not working. You never know. Yeah, that's certainly, yeah, we are being, I'm being, I guess, a tiny bit of a guinea pig testing subject. I mean, I got this code from a YouTube video. You know, I went out of my way to look up, like, you know, someone finding this shiny in their game and finding if they had like a link to the action replay code they used in their description, which reminds me, I should probably put the code description in my, or the code whatever link in my description. I think, I pressed the runaway there. We're good. Did I add the encounter? I don't remember, who cares? The really scary thing is like, okay, yeah, say we get to 20,000 encounters here. That's when you really start to get to this point of like, well, damn, this code's probably not working. But it could also just be a case of being incredibly unlucky. That's the scary part about this. But hey, we're here for the long haul. It'll be a-okay. It'll be a learning experience if this does not work out. We can just all laugh. I'll cry a little bit, and we'll learn better for next time. Despite it being so cold outside, I'm still getting kind of warm in here. I didn't turn on my fan because I was like, oh, it's so cold out. I don't really need a fan. No, I'll be perfectly fine. Nah, I'm getting a little warm, to be honest. I think between all the lights I have on around me, the computer, which I don't think the computer is giving off that much heat, but maybe something. And then just sitting here talking a bunch, and I'm wearing like a hoodie and sweatpants. I normally don't wear sweatpants. Did I click the... I'm gonna be so bad about this. I think I clicked it, but I am not positive. Because once I get into if I get on a train of thought, if I get a little distracted and start rambling, then I'm probably going to forget to click the spacebar and add an encounter. Or I might just get so in the zone that like clicking the button becomes so second nature that I like forget if I actually click the button. Kind of like how locking your front door when you leave your house becomes such a, just secondhand motion. You just don't even think about it. You just do it. And then this happens to me all the time. I get in my car and I'm like, wait, did I lock the front door? I always do every time, but it's like, I just completely forgot because it's so just muscle memory. Who's your chance to have a shiny in there? I definitely could, find a code that would make anything shiny. But I think the issue with those codes is like, I think they bypass the shiny lock. I think they truly just make everything shiny. I think. If I remember from what I read correctly. I could be wrong, but I think that is the issue. I think I remember on whatever forum, because like the YouTube video I watched linked to a like Game Packs forum or something like that. And people were discussing it, the like code. And I think someone in there said like, well, the issue is you can't really test the shiny lock code and a auto shiny thing at the same time because like it'll just always make it shiny even with the shiny lock. I think that's just what some person said on a forum who knows how many years ago. My only verification that the code works is that this YouTube video that I watched, someone got the Shiny Victini and they said they used this code to get it. So that's my verification of knowing that the code works. I'm just trusting some other random person on YouTube that they told the truth. Because like, that would be a pretty diabolical way to troll people, is if like you made a video being like, oh look, I got the Shiny Victini, in the description here's the code I used, and then you intentionally put the wrong code in there. That'd be really diabolical. I'd like to believe no one would do that. Like, what's the point? That's kind of being evil for no reason. But I guess you never know. And then when I was putting the code into my action replay, I think I not double check. I think I checked the code about 15 times to make sure I typed it in correctly. Because I've done it before where did I click the button there? I don't think I did. I'm going to be so bad about this. Fly, what up, what up? No worries. Yeah, not at all. I left a sub, left a like. Hope everything goes well for you with the streaming. Hopefully our streams don't overlap too often so I can actually show up and hang out and chat more. Bruce, what up, what up? Welcome back. Now, what would be ideal for this hunt is if we get to like 1,000 encounters and we get the shiny. That would be ideal. Because then like we take enough time. It's like, okay, well, clearly the code worked. Clearly, you know, the odds were there. We took some time, but we got it quick enough that it's like we don't start questioning ourselves. Is the code actually working? I'll get it today. I would certainly hope so. That would be insane. I would, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter per se, but if I got it today, some people might call shenanigans on me if I got it super quickly. That's why getting it in like 1,000 to 2,000 encounters would be ideal, because it's like, okay, it still took a while, but you know, it was quick enough that I was able to worry or settle my own worry. Okay, I got you, Fly. I got you. Are you still going, or you decided to hop off? Okay. Well, everyone else in the chat, you know, Bruce, Red Fox, you know, if y'all are all still here, you know, consider going over to Gonfly's channel, streaming a, what was it? Were you Snivy? It was Snivy that you were hunting for. So if y'all are enjoying the shiny hunts, maybe go over to Fly's channel and check them out. Go cheer on that Snivy shiny hunt. But yeah, it's really freaking weird that they have this thing still shiny locked to this day. Like, why have we not released Victini shiny? Like, it's just crazy. Like, what's the point? Why even give it a shiny if you're just never going to release it? Okay. Run away. Hey, that's all good. Yeah, everyone starts somewhere. I'm still very new to all this too. I'm still trying to figure it all out and get it all squared away and straight. All you can do is take it day by day and just learn something new every single stream, even if it's just something tiny. Try and improve going into the next. And my chair just a little bit more. All right, sounds good, Fly. Sounds good. Thanks for dropping on in, as always. What's this tune? Super Contest Dance. What's up, Neil? How's it going? I'm doing pretty solid, just here chilling. Looking for a shiny that might not might not ever shine. But we're giving it a shot anyways. Why does this song go so hard? Goodness. Like, whatever pianist in the Pokemon world is playing this tune, they are going ham on the keys. Yeah, I mean, so what Pokemon didn't transition terribly to 3D? Like, let's be completely honest here. I don't know if there's a single Pokemon that looks better in 3D than they did in 2D. They're certainly working on improving it. Like, you know, the new Mewtwo and new Charizard 3D models in Scarlet and Violet, they're definitely better than they were. You know, they certainly do look cooler, look better, but you still can't beat how they looked in 2D. At least not to me. I think two of my two least favorite. I mean, obviously like Typhlosion for the longest time, and I think maybe still, I don't remember if they've ever actually fixed Typhlosion. Typhlosion is awful, but Purloin is probably my least favorite. Like, why did they put it on two legs? It's just really weird. And then like Ferroseed. Ferroseed as well in 3D is just like, it makes sense. Like it just sits there in the ground. It doesn't really do anything. It's just stagnant, which I guess makes sense. But like in these games, that's not how Ferroseed is. Like Ferroseed is like alive and kind of moving. I think it like spins around. Like, sure, it makes sense that as a seed, it would just kind of, in like its defensive nature, it would just sit in the ground and not do anything. But it's not always about what's making sense. Like it's about what is like aesthetically pleasing. And just seeing a little like silver turd sitting in the ground not doing anything doesn't give much life to the Pokemon, whereas the model, the sprite it had in these games actually made it feel alive. My hands are starting to get sweaty on my desk. In fact, okay, this might sound a little crazy here. Just give me a second to get through this Victini encounter. I'm gonna just put it out there and say, I think Pokemon looked better like this. Okay, let me full screen my camera so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Oh, goodness me, burps all of a sudden. I think even this, which is like such a basic looking artwork, like, you know, this card is from 1999, 2000. This card is 25 years old. This artwork is super old. This is like the OG artwork of Mewtwo in the Pokemon TCG. And yet I still feel like it has more life. It feels like a Pokemon. Like, I don't know. Just my opinion. You know, I'm very vocal about being a not super big fan of the 3D games. Pokemon in the olden days, old Pokemon art, old Pokemon models just had more character. But, I mean, what can you do? At least I can say that modern Pokemon card art still looks really cool. Like, there's still at least that. Like, yeah, I like that classic artwork style, but there's no denying modern Pokemon cards look incredible. So, at least there's that. At least modern Pokemon cards aren't, like, losing touch and losing the charm. In fact, modern Pokemon cards have, you know, Pokemon cards have never looked better. All across the board, Pokemon cards look incredible now. In fact, this one YouTuber, Twitch streamer that I watch on occasion, Tricky Jim, I believe it's, hopefully I'm not putting words in his mouth, but I believe he has said before that, like, Pokemon cards have ruined the games for him because Pokemon card art looks so good, has so much life, adds so much to the world that, like, the games just fail to capture. Which I completely agree. After collecting Pokemon cards for so long, like, they just add so much life to the world, to the Pokemon, that the games just don't really add. Yeah, I mean, I'm still like, it's still weird. I'm excited for Legends ZA. I wouldn't say it's weird. I think it's understandable to be like, I was excited about Scarlet Violet, even though I never ended up buying the games. Like, anytime a new game is coming out, I'm still excited about the new Pokemon games because it's Pokemon. I love it. Obviously, I mean, look what I'm sitting amongst. I Pokemon shit everywhere. Obviously, I love the franchise no matter what, but I do prefer the older games. And I intend on playing Legends ZA. Now, I intended on playing Legends Arceus, never actually got around to doing it, but I intended on it. And so we'll see if I actually can follow through on those intentions for Legends ZA. I actually have a tiny little bit, yeah, I don't know if I call it a tiny little bit. I've been kind of formulating this content idea for the channel for a while now for Legends Arceus before Legends ZA comes out. It could it'll be interesting if I actually go through with it, because I could I could definitely bring a number of eyes to the channel, but it could also bring a lot of negativity my way for what I might consider titling the videos, maybe streams. I was thinking about streaming them. Now I'm thinking about potentially just playing the game, posting videos about it. We'll see. But yeah, it might be a dangerous video concept if I don't want the Pokemon other Pokemon fanboys coming after me. Shoot, I bought Legends Arceus the day it came out. Never played it. Like, I bought it on release day. I don't think I actually opened the game for a year. I bought it and left it sealed for a whole year. And then finally opened it just because I wanted to, like, get it out of the way and put it in a, like, carry case or whatever. Still have not played it since opening it. Okay, I need to turn on my fan. I'm getting warm in here. Sit up a little bit more. Get you down a tiny bit. Maybe? Is that enough? Yeah, should be good. I guess if I was gonna like never play Legends Arceus, I probably should have just kept it sealed. Who knows, maybe in 20 to 30 years a sealed copy of Legends Arceus could have been worth something, but I guess I'll play it eventually. I have a whole capture card, like a HDMI capture card that could do Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, all that. It's still in the box. I actually have not opened it because I haven't really needed it. Like, you know, most of what I do here is captured on DSs, which that kind of capture card does not work for. So I haven't really needed it, but it was on sale at Target. I was just walking through the tech section one day and I was like, oh, hey, capture card. It was like, it was 50% off. It was normally $150. I got it for $75. So I was like, oh, shoot, I'm not really going to use it anytime soon, but solid deal. $4,500 encounters down. Yeah, for your sake, I definitely hope it doesn't go like Tepig 2. That would be rough. Good to see that. Eve finally got a shiny in Castelia Garden Eevee hunt. New phase with the Cottony though. Almost. All right, well, good to see you back. Thanks for coming back. Yeah, it was a rough few weeks after that New Year's stream, but we're back and going. We're good now. We're good to go. I'm glad to hear that your hunting's going decently okay. You're at least getting shinies. Might not be the one you want, but you're getting somewhere. And best of luck to you. Best of luck. I actually started up my own Shiny Eevee hunt yesterday. I was streaming yesterday, soft resetting for the Shiny Gift Eevee in Fire Red Leaf Green. Oh man, hi. I feel you there, Fly. I feel you there. I think that February I might fully dedicate the entire month to Tepig. Like all these other hunts I've been starting up and experimenting with, you know, they're fun. I want to get them going, but I think once February rolls around, I'm gonna full send it and just like go ham. You know, pun intended, go ham for the pig, but I need that thing to shine desperately. I'm tired of it not being shiny in my life. But how am I doing the Victini hunt? Action replay, essentially. I found a code that supposedly removes the shiny lock from these Pokemon like Victini, Reshiram, Zekrom, all that. I need to add that right there. So yeah, I have a... Goodness. Cold weather gets my sinuses and throat a little messed up, but yeah, I have the game currently in an action replay, so I know big red flag for some people, like, oh goodness, that's cheating, but there's no other way to get this shiny. So assuming that our code actually works, the shiny lock should be removed for this hunt, and we are just full on 1 in 8,192 random runaways encountering, trying to get this thing to shine. Got the Cynthia theme going. Always hype when Cynthia comes around and gets the blood pumping. You know, I just had this idea. You know, it'd be kind of fun. I think once we finally get that shiny Tepig, I can progress through the game more. We can start getting more shinies in our copy of Black 2. It'd be pretty fun if I could put together a full team of 6 shinies and go take on the Cynthia fight in Undella Town. I think it'd be pretty fun. Just a little random, you know, side adventure. Take on. Use a little shiny team to battle the infamous secret boss. Mm-hmm. I think secret final bosses in Pokemon are like one of my favorite little gimmicks that they do in most generations. I just like the idea. Like a boss battle that's not really, you're not told about, you're not directed to it. You just, in playing the game, the post game, you just stumble upon it. I think it's fun. Obviously, you know, Mewtwo is kind of like that for Generation 1. Like you get little tidbits on Cinnabar Island about Mewtwo. But, you know, exploring Cerulean Cave, that's kind of like the secret final boss at the end of the original Gen 1s. But, you know, Red at the end of Gold, Silver, Crystal. There wasn't one in Ruby and Sapphire, but Steven was one at the end of Emerald, which I think is really cool. Still think Steven should have been champion over Wallace, but getting a secret final battle with Steven is also pretty cool. What you got? Barry's kind of like a secret final boss in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. I wouldn't say kind of, like he is, but I think not all rivals have progressively more difficult boss-like battles at the end of the game, so Barry is kind of unique in that. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I probably should have linked the code that I'm using for this in the description of the video. But yeah, the battle against Red is quite epic. I don't remember exactly the first time I took on Red in Pokemon Crystal, but I know I got my ass handed to me, and it definitely surprised me because I was not ready for it. But Krut, what up? How's it going? Yeah, let me, after the stream, I'll go and update the description with I'll add a link. Goodness gracious. I will add a link to where I got the action replay code, or actually I can just copy and paste it into the description. I don't even have to link it. So yeah, I'll throw that in there. So sometime after the stream, just come back and check, and I'll have it in there for you if you want to try and hunt for Zekrom yourself. Hopefully it works. That's my big thing. Hopefully it actually works. I don't want to lead you astray. Hopefully I don't hopefully I don't send you on a wild goose chase that will never actually result in a shiny, but we'll be chasing geese together if that's the case. Goodness gracious. Having a weird time today with getting comfortable. Haven't had this little, it's like under my leg, kind of like in the upper part of my hamstring going into my butt. I haven't had this in a while where like I sit down and I get this kind of like pain just from sitting on it. I don't know what caused it. Probably, I think I do know what caused it. Been trying to exercise the last few days, and every time I try and exercise, you know, just do a little bit of like, I wouldn't call it weightlifting, just some body weight squats, some hip thrusts, you know, sit-ups. Anytime I try doing stuff like that, it just puts me in pain, causes some issues. I don't know, it's just so weird. I'm gonna start going to a physical therapist in a month, actually. So hopefully we can get that all worked out. I don't think I could change the odds per se. There's definitely codes that could just make everything shiny, but I don't think that would really help us with determining if the code for removing the shiny lock works. Because I think when I was reading into it, like, essentially the code that would make everything shiny immediately would also just get rid of the shiny lock. So like, there's no way to really verify, as far as I'm aware, that the code works, other than to just, I'll have to research it again, make sure. But when I was doing my research to figure this all out, I remember it being like, okay, well, it works, you know, take my word for it, the code works, but there's really no way to like test it, apparently. Yeah, I don't know how like in-depth action replay codes can actually work. Like, I don't know if the codes are like, they can probably do anything, but I don't know if anyone's actually gone through the trouble of like creating a code that increases the shiny odds. You know, there's the code that just makes everything shiny, but as far as I don't think I've ever seen a code that would just make the odds better. But we will see. We will certainly see. If we're still here at the end of the year and we're 20,000 encounters deep, well, it might just be we might just be in for a rude awakening. Yeah, the reverse hunt kind of well, I wouldn't say it reminds me. It leads me to this thought that I've had before about shiny Pokemon, where like you gotta imagine at some point in time as Pokemon continues to, you know, trudge along and pump out more and more games, they eventually are gonna have to come out with like different shiny variants, right? Like one day they're gonna have to bite the bullet and be like, okay, there's going to be like tiers of shinies. You know, each Pokemon has 2 or 3 different shinies, and like some are more rare than others. Maybe it never happens, but I kind of feel like it will. At some point, they're going to run out of ways to like change the game between releases, and they're just going to have to say, shoot, new shiny variants. Every Pokemon now has 3 different shinies. Or at least 2, you know, maybe not 3, but you know, a second shiny. There's the one shiny that's a 1 in 1,000 chance, and then there's the second shiny that's like I think it would be cool if they actually, well, I guess the first shiny would be the base odds of like 1 in 4,096. And then they give it a second shiny that goes back to the original 1 in 8,192. And with the way current Pokemon games are, with like loading a bunch of different Pokemon into the overworld at a time, it really wouldn't feel that bad to go back to those old odds. But you'd still be able to find shinies pretty quickly, considering how many Pokemon you can load onto the screen at one time. Yeah, I think so. Some people might not like. I mean, obviously, with anything that anyone, any big company, any big video game, you know, any change they might ever make, obviously, not everyone's going to be on board with it. But I do kind of feel like in the newer games, at least, shinies are becoming a little bit too easy to get, and so it'd be a little nice if there was a higher rarity tier of shinies. So it doesn't feel just so easy to get. Because like in Scarlet and Violet, between the lowered odds, the lower base odds, and the fact that like 5 Pokemon pop up on the screen at one time, and you can then do sandwiches and this, that, the other to really just narrow down hunting for the shiny Pokemon you're looking for, like it's gotten pretty easy to get a shiny nowadays. So doing something to make shinies a bit more rare again could be nice. And really, you could just look at it as like, you know, the Pokemon TCG has added rarity tiers along, you know, over time. Started out, you know, the OG highest rarity was just a holo. You know, base set, the best thing you could get is a holographic card. Well, nowadays, no one gives a shit about holos because there's 4 more rarity tiers after holographic now. So you can kind of look at shiny Pokemon same way. You just gotta evolve and adapt over time and add something new. Bum, 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 bum. I feel like I need to stretch for a second. Oh yeah, there we go. Whenever I get that good pop and kind of it's like my lower back, but it's around my hip more. It's not really in the center of the spine. It's like off to the side of it. Whenever I get that good pop in, that's when I know I'm gonna start feeling real good. Can't tell if Leo's out there whining, trying to get in here or not. I feel like I keep hearing him, but then also might just be Emily. She's on the phone with her cousin, so it could just be that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go check. He might want to come in here, so I'm gonna go grab him. Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely just heard him. Okay, 1 second. Knocked my glasses off my head, you little stinker. This poor little baby was locked out of my office, but he was also locked out of the bedroom where Emily was, and he was not having it. He has to be center of attention. He was like, this is not cool. What have you two done to me? Thank you so much. Yes, you want to hang out in here with me now since Mom locked you out? Yes, that is okay. Yes, where's your brother? Where's Ryder? He in the bedroom. Did Mom take him in there with her? How rude. He licked my glasses. Gotta clean this off now. And as soon as he appears, he goes. Oh goodness. Got a good little smudge on there. I think he just went back to whining at the bedroom door. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, he definitely did. He's just back there whining. No, literally, yeah, he is quite literally at the door being like, Mom, what are you doing? I am locked out here alone, and that is not cool. Especially considering the bed is like his favorite place in the world. He loves getting snuggled up under the covers. Like, he will be just 3 layers deep underneath covers, and he is living the life. He loves it. So the fact that she's locked him out, he is not having it. And she probably does have Ryder in there with her. She probably doesn't even realize Ryder's in there. Ryder can be sneaky like that sometimes. So one thing I do have to keep in mind now that it comes to shiny hunting and the like, if I want to start up the Thunderous and Tornadus shiny hunt, if I start that up and we don't have Shiny Victini yet, Shiny Victini is fully on pause until we get the shiny Thunderous or Tornadus. Unfortunately, once you start up that shiny hunt, you're kind of locked in. You're gonna need to have that right there. You're kind of locked into it. There's no leaving. So we either are stuck here with Victini for the long haul till we get the shiny, or we got to put it on hold to go for the genies at some point. Roos, what up, what up? Yeah, I'm not like super looking forward to the genie hunt because, yeah, it's a long cutscene. Checking the shiny, going to the Pokedex kind of takes some time. It's probably going to be a rough one, but I got to do it, unfortunately. That's the only way to get those shinies. Also, I found out that in order to get Landorus in the games, either the Thundurus or Tornadus that you're like, you cannot get Landorus in your game, you know, whatever game you're playing, if the Thundurus and Tornadus you have in your party, at least one of them doesn't share the same trainer ID as you. I didn't realize that. I thought you just had to have Thundurus and Tornadus in your party no matter what, and you can get Landorus. But no, one of them has to have the same trainer ID as you. You can't just have random ones in your game, which sucks because the Thundurus and Tornadus that I have in my games are from old save files that don't share the same trainer ID as the ones I have now. So in order to get Landorus now, I have to get shiny Thundurus and Tornadus first. My whole plan was like, okay, I'm just going to get these non-shiny Landorus, and that's 100 encounters, by the way. I'm going to get the non-shiny Thundurus and Tornadus, trade them, you know, away. We'll start over the games. We'll play through again. That way I have them so we can go do Landorus. And also, you can't get Landorus in Black 2, White 2. It's only in Black and White. So, yeah, my whole plan revolving around getting all the genies completely out the window. So we are going to have to do the slow grind to get both the genies, and then, or I guess, you know, 2 of the 3 genies, and then once we get them, we can go do Landorus. Will take quite some time. But hey, outside of those 2, or those 3, I should say, the 3 genies and Victini, those are the only Pokemon we have to hunt in these games. Every other Unova Pokemon, pretty sure we can get in Black 2, White 2. So, yeah, that is the really... I was planning on putting off the Landorus hunt to do in Black 2, White 2 once I had the Shiny Charm, because I wanted to increase my Shiny odds. But no, you can only get Landorus in Black and White. So, no Shiny odds boost. You just gotta full send it. I'm going to go with the full raw 1 in 8,192. Which is not cool, not cool. And because of the Shiny Charm, that is why I'm not Shiny hunting for Zekrom and Reshiram in these games. I thought about it because I was like, oh, how fitting would it be to shiny hunt for Reshiram and Zekrom in Black and White? You know, it's their original games. It's the ones where like they are actually the mascots of the games. But then I thought about it. I'd rather just get the Shiny Charm and then hunt for them in Black 2, White 2 with better odds. Yeah, I feel you there, Roost. I've had to do that twice, I guess 4 times now. I've had to play through Black and White all the way to the point where I can catch the genies 4 times now. Which I needed to do it because like I needed regular Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus in order to complete the National Dex in Black 2, White 2 so I can get the Shiny Charm. Didn't want to have to wait until after I'd gotten them as Shinies to get the Shiny Charm, so I needed to do it, but it was kind of like didn't quite work out how I intended. Six times. Yeesh. I mean, shoot, by the end of all this, I'll have played through black and white twice each, so 4 total times. And then I'll have played through black 2 and white 2 4 total times as well. So by the end of, once I get everything idealistically set up for the Shiny Living Dex, I'll have gone through Unova 8 total times. And I might have to do it even more than that because I do have some like Japanese copies of the games, or at least a black and white that I could play through. So yeah, I'll have played through Unova quite a fair bit. I mean, I've already played through it a shitload in my lifetime anyways, but be adding even more playthroughs here as of late. And hopefully I haven't missed any, you know, like you said, items or anything like that. Because whenever I've been playing through the games, trying to get them set up for the Shiny Living Dex, I've been kind of blazing through the games as quickly as I can, not really taking into account anything beyond like certain Pokemon I might need to grab, or like fossils, or, you know, this, that, the other. In terms of like items, haven't really taken that into account. So hopefully I don't miss anything, put myself into a position where like I don't have something I need, specifically like evolutionary items. I imagine in these, you know, black 2, white 2, I should be able to get them anyways. Won't really be a problem, but still be annoying if I miss something and then have to deal with like dust clouds to get certain stones or this, that, the other. Let's see, how many encounters do I think I might be able to get out a clean 250. I think 250 encounters will be pretty good for a stream for a day. I think I'll be able to grind that out today. Yeah, hopefully you can get that. Are you doing any pass powers or anything? Doing shiny powers, shiny pass? I can never remember the official name for them. Are you set up with all that for the shiny hunt for Dynamo, or are you just kind of relying on having a bunch of different copies of the games going to increase your shiny odds? Pass powers, like pass orbs, whatever they're called, I can't remember. In the Generation 5 games, there's ways to like, yeah, pass orbs, pass powers you can obtain through the Intralink. Is that what it's called? Funfest missions or whatever. I'm not an expert on that. Roost is certainly an expert on that. Roost knows it a lot better than I do. But yeah, you can increase your shiny odds through stuff like that in these games. Let's go raw odds. Gotcha. Oh, but little Leo is, oh my god. Y'all, he's so freaking cute. He's just standing outside my door with a toy in his mouth. I think he's broken the squeaker by now. He's just, hear the little squeaker inside just going, "Crump, crump." He's just looking at me like, someone play with me, please. It's not like I don't play with them all day. Like, Emily and I were both home all day. She got to work from home today due to the weather. Like, we were home with them all day to play and just keep them occupied, and yet it's never enough. There's always more playtime to be had. But yeah, the whole pass power, pass orbs thing in these games is really underexplored. I don't feel it is super, well, I mean, with these games being like such low selling games, even with their resurgence in popularity recently, it is a pretty underexplored and, you know, talked about topic that happens to be present in these games. The fact that it's only 3 minutes is crazy. Like, that is not a lot of time at all. You know, in 3 minutes, you can get what, like, maybe 10 wild encounters? All for slightly better odds. Even 10 minutes in the realm of shiny hunting, 10 minutes is not not the most amount of time. But I guess if you can stack, because it applies to, well, even eggs are 10 minutes for egg hatching is really not a lot of time. But I guess if you stacked on like Masuda method, shiny charm, the whole pass power thing, you could increase your odds a pretty good amount. But again, like only for a very short amount of time, and then you still gotta, you know, get eggs and hatch them and all that. Hopefully the stream's lasting for 3 more hours. I cannot say that it will. I cannot say that it will. I do have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. That is a thing. So we'll probably be going for a bit, for like an hour or so more. But yeah, unfortunately 3 hours is not going to be happening. Maybe on Friday. We might be able to do a longer stream on Friday. But today we're looking at about 2 to 2.5 hours. We've been going for an hour so far. That's true. I forgot you could soft reset to keep them. That's true. So not totally not totally a waste of time. Oh man. Okay, 20 encounters in 3 minutes is not too bad. That is true. That is true. Well, but doesn't, I think the shiny charm increases odds even more than that, right? I thought the shiny charm made it like a 1 in 2,000. And then when you stack Masuda method on top of it, it's a like a 1 in 1,000. Which is like the best odds you can get in black 2, white 2. One in 2,731. That's with the shiny charm. Goodness, can't get comfortable today. Good lord. Yeah, when I was looking into everything for setting up, you know, the best possible odds in Black 2 White 2, it's kind of surprising, or kind of interesting, I should say, that like breeding with Masuda method is so OP. Like, all right, I guess it's really Masuda method. And I think that's more how you pronounce his name, Masuda, but it kind of flows off the tongue a little easier to say Masuda method. But yeah, with the Masuda method, it's like a 1 in 1300, and then when you add the shiny charm on top of it, it only increases it to like 1 in 1000. You know, it doesn't increase the odds like that much compared to plain old Masuda method. Okay, I gotcha. I don't know why I do that sometimes. Start running in the opposite direction. Might stand up for a second. I might turn my desk. Turn my desk into what? I don't know where I was going with that. I think I'm just going to raise my desk up so I can stand for a second. I feel I need to get out of the chair. We'll do this encounter here real quick, and then I will ascend to the skies. Okay, let's see. Hopefully we are good to go. Nothing's going to get caught and go flying everywhere. I should be okay. Always paranoid about it, though. Since I am not the world's greatest cable manager, but I think I've gotten it good enough that things are not going to go flying all over the place when I stand up. And my chair can perfectly fit underneath the desk. Get out of the way, and we can just get back to it from a standing position. Can't wait to shine out all weekend. This work week is left me. Oh dang, busy week for you. Today hasn't been like, or this week I should say, it hasn't been terrible. I did have Monday off, so that was kind of nice. And then yesterday was not too bad. I really didn't have too terribly much to do. It was just kind of some small things to tackle here there throughout the day. I had a bit more to do towards the end of the day today for work, but luckily it was like the only real thing I had on my plate. No one was bothering me about anything else, so I was able to, oh, hello. You off the phone? Only 9:30? I mean, y'all were talking for 2-something hours? Yeah. Get to go to work late? Oh, yeah, I was like, I thought you meant later today. I was like, what are you talking about? I heard him. Was Ryder in the bedroom with you? Well, no wonder he was upset.
Oh, I had the door open.
Yeah, I opened everything up to let him in here, but then as soon as I let him in here, he just ran back out to whine at your door.
Yeah, and I was like... Then I couldn't...
True. Hello, Ryder. Long time no see. How you doing? We're cramming a lot to try and get some revisions submitted. Maybe we need to do some... Well, do you at least get paid for the overtime? My thing with overtime is like, if you're getting paid for it and you're not doing it all the time, like if it's a occasional thing you gotta, you know, do, then the occasional bump in pay isn't the worst thing in the world. If you're having to work overtime like every week, that's when it's like a little too much. Like, hey, I need a work-life balance. Overtime's getting a little ridiculous, but if you're working overtime like once every 2-3 months, getting a little extra money in your pocket's not the worst thing in the world. That's good, that's good. Is it time and a half that you get, or just regular time? For my job, unfortunately, we don't get time and a half if we work overtime. It's just like, you know, whatever your salary pay would break down into hourly, the total number of hours you work overtime, you get the like hourly equivalent of your salary paid out and for that. In the night with 4555. Very nice, very nice. Sorry you didn't get us shiny Snivy today. Maybe another time. You're still only like halfway to odds, so not too bad yet. Okay, haven't done overtime yet. Well, I mean, that's a good sign. Well, I don't know how long you've been with the company, but it's a good sign that they haven't made you do overtime just yet. They've been talking at my job for a few weeks now about having people do some overtime for things that are going on, but right now I don't think I'm gonna have to do any, because the project I'm working on, I've got it so under control that we don't have to do any overtime. No, it's just luckily it's like, you know, the project I'm working on is pretty big, you know, there's a lot happening, but from my standpoint of what I have to do, you know, it's manageable for me to handle it. But that's right now. You know, once we get to like the end of April through like May and early June could potentially see me being very busy with work. We'll see. Start installing and doing a whole bunch of stuff with outages in the facility, so could lead to me having a lot more to do around that time. But right now, I'm chilling. That is true. That is true. We're going on a cruise in April. I did leave Tony in the dust. But yeah, I know we got all this craziness going on, but I'm gonna be on beach time. Goodbye. Which, I mean, it's early enough in April, we might not even be like, I think the outage doesn't start until late April, so it might not even be, I might not even be gone during the busy time. Yeah, we'll see, maybe. Hopefully, yeah, at least a little bit. Oh, you have a question. Who lived in this underground room? I think this room was made for Victini. If I remember correctly, I think this room is for Victini. I don't remember exactly the lore and reason why, but I think so. I think it had something to do with what? Some like rich person put Victini on this island to like keep it a secret or something like that? Is that what it was? Is that the lore? Oh. Oh no, there's still a baby puppy down here. What are you doing? What are you doing, little baby? Bingo boy. Hey, bingo boy. In the movie, it was the king that stole Victini in the city, keeping. Okay. I think it's something similar to that in the games. I think it's like either, maybe a king or a wealthy person, you know, had Victini, they wanted to keep Victini a secret, so they sealed Victini away out here, and then Team Plasma found out I think I needed to do an encounter there. I don't think I did one. Maybe I did. Who knows? But yeah, I think once the island was found and Team Plasma came out here to like get Victini and yada yada. And of course, we come out here to thwart their plans. That's why there's a Team Plasma Grunt just standing right here. Also, there's one right there. Battle Unova Elite Four. I love the Unova Elite Four. They are definitely my favorite Elite Four. Just because I really like the vibes of like Unova's Elite Four castle. I just think it's really cool. And like, I really like their rooms. I think the Elite Four here have the best like rooms, battle arenas, whatever you want to call it, for themselves. The ones in X and Y are pretty solid too, but I think the ones in this game, between Black and White and Black to White 2, you know, they changed the rooms between both games, and I think each time they're bangers. Give a lot of personality and pizzazz to all the members. Specifically Grimsley. I love Grimsley's Elite Four rooms, both of them. They just look so good. I really like the idea that Grimsley is this like high wealth, like fancy to do guy, but he's kind of like got this shady aura to him. He uses the dark type. So maybe does Grimsley come from a family of like dirty money, or like is he a shady business person, or yeah? What's the lore there for Grimsley? I'm sure there's more lore to him that I'm not aware of, but I know he pops up in Alola for some reason. I remember that. Or at least, does he only pop up in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or is he in both? I don't remember. Marshall's your eternal. What did Marshall do to you? I'll never forget when I swept. Well, did I sweep? Yeah, I think I managed to actually. I got through. I did the entire Marshall Elite Four battle one time with only normal type Pokemon, and I somehow managed to make it out without losing a single Pokemon. And between it was Marshall and Chantal in Black 2 White 2, I managed to get through with a full team of normal types that I could only use normal type moves. Managed to get through both of them without losing a Pokemon. In fact, I think, did I make it through the entire Elite Four without losing anyone in that run? I think so. I think I made it all the way to Iris without losing a single party member, but Iris definitely took some took some Pokemon down with her before I could win. But also, why Caitlyn? What's the beef with Caitlyn? I feel like Caitlyn's the easiest of all the Elite Four members in Unova. But Sturdy Sock. Yeah, Sturdy Sock can definitely be a nuisance, that's for sure. You personally blame her for Cynthia being in Unova. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Caitlyn and Cynthia have a pretty cool tag team full art card together. It's a cool card. I think, do I need that card for, I think, is it from Cosmic Eclipse? I can't remember. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's from a different set, but no, maybe it is Cosmic. Cosmic Eclipse is like one of my favorite TCG sets ever made, and I want to master set it, you know, complete it, but I am nowhere even close to finishing it right now, and I don't know. I don't know when I'll actually get around to finishing it more, but I think there might be a full art Caitlyn and Cynthia in that set. I'll have to get one day. I guess what? I use Scrafty sometimes. I use Crocodile. I've used Mandibuzz on occasion. Mandibuzz isn't the greatest like offensive Pokemon, but for playthroughs it works enough. I use Chandelure a lot. Chandelure's pretty solid into Caitlyn. Not too much can stand against it, and it's crazy what 145 base special attack. You know, spamming Shadow Ball does pretty solid damage to her team. Stealth Rock's a post-game move tutor. I did not know that, or I don't remember that. I guess I've never really needed to use Stealth Rocks in Black 2 White 2, so I've never. It's really post-game? I'm trying to remember all the move tutors in Black 2 White 2. I guess there is one that's in the post-game. Hey, they had to make the most polarizing and centralizing move in all of Pokemon singles a little bit more tedious to get, I guess. You know, that's fair. And in a playthrough context, like, Stealth Rocks isn't that useful. You don't really need it for the main story. You more so need it for, you know, online battling in singles, so it makes sense to save it for the post-game a little bit. Check something real quick. Not any action going on over there. Okay. Alright. Just had to check some stream analytics real quick. Looks like we're all good. Let's see. Check something on my phone real fast. Oh, well, that's not fun. I lost a subscriber. That's rude. I guess they were not a fan of the shiny hunt. They were like, how dare you try and shiny hunt for Victini? I'm unsubscribing. Everyone knows Victini shiny is unobtainable. That is not cool. Okay, I gotcha. You wanted to use those stealth rocks to break focus sashes and sturdies. I gotcha. Good game planning. Smart. When I play through Pokemon games, you know, just regular old playthroughs, I do not even remotely I don't even remotely go after strategies that with that much nuance. It's kind of just like, okay, super effective move, go burr. And we'll see how it goes from there. Maybe I'll set up if I know that the opening Pokemon's easy to set up on. So I don't know if this is just like a rumor or if it's true. Is Protect more likely to succeed in succession? If I can speak. Is it more likely to succeed, you know, using it multiple times in a row, if your opponent's going for the same move multiple times in a row? I feel like I've heard that through the grapevine over the years that, like, if you're just spamming one move over and over again, your opponent's more likely to get off Protects. Don't know if that's actually the case, but... And I've never bothered to actually look into it. I also always wondered, what was the point of Detect versus Protect? Like, as far as I'm aware, Detect and Protect don't operate any differently than each other. They're just the same move with different names. Like, I know that if, you know, a Pokemon with Protect goes for Entrainment or whatever the move is, that's like, or Imprison, whatever it is, that's like, oh, if you have the same moves as me, you can't use it anymore. Like, sure, having Detect, you know, you'll work around that because you have Detect, not Protect. But other than that, is there really any point in having two different protecting moves? Also, I know Detect is like more common on fighting types. Hyper Drill. Am I what is Hyper Drill? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Obviously, I know, yeah, Urshifu has Unseen Fists, can go through Protect, but what is Hyper Drill? The Dunsparce's signature. Oh, I was not aware of that. I don't think in all the time that I've watched people play Scarlet and Violet in any capacity, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use Hyper Drill on a... I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone use a Dunsparce, but definitely don't think I've seen anyone use Hyper Drill with it. If they have, I've completely glossed over it. You can spam the move to protect yourself without the chance to miss. What do you mean, Red Fox? You can spam the move to protect yourself without the chance to miss your attack? What does that mean? Oh, you need to teach Hyper Drill to Dunsparce to develop. Again, haven't played Scarlet Violet, so I am unaware of these things. Does that actually work? Can you actually do protect and then detect? I feel like they would interact with them. I feel like that'd be a little broken on Pokemon that get both of them. Be able to just alternate and never fail the protection. I mean, I think basically every Pokemon can learn Protect. And maybe some like Magikarp can't, but basically every Pokemon out there can learn Protect, right? Or at least they used to. They might have changed it recently. Yeah, I guess it would make sense that there would be a few Pokemon out there that can get both Protect and Detect. Yeah, I thought that protection moves like that, whether it's Protect, Detect, and you know, King Shield, Spiky Shield, all that. Yeah, I feel like they all interact with each other in the same way, where like, since they are providing protection, they don't work in succession, or they are not as likely to work in succession with each other. Because yeah, that would be a little broken if you could just give a Pokemon 2 protecting moves and just alternate between them, you know, unencumbered. You can just Toxic something and then switch in, you know, switch in like Chestnut, and then it's like, okay, Spiky Shield, Protect, Spiky Shield, Protect, Spiky Shield, Protect. You can't touch me. I feel like that'd be a little unfair. Because especially like before Urshifu existed, and then like who actually runs Feint on their Pokemon as an attacking move? Because what, Feint's the only, I don't know, I can't say only, it's the only move I can think of off the top of my head that goes through Protect, right? And it's that's such a niche move. Like, does Feint fail if they don't go for Protect, or like, I think it still gets off the damage, but still, you gotta, like, you know, you really can, it's only really useful if you're predicting them to Protect and like you call it correctly and you go for Feint and it goes through it. But like, it's also only what, a 60 base power move, so it doesn't really feel all too worth to go for. Okay, fails only in Gen 4. Well, glad they changed that, because, yeah, the move just failing if they don't go for Protect, yeah, it's not very good at all. But, yeah, it would be a decent early game move, because, like, early game 60 base power is pretty solid, but once you get mid game, especially late game, not really worth it. The only time, which I don't even know if Slacking can learn the move Feint, but that's like the only time I can think of Feint being like a useful move in any context, because if you're running Slacking, for whatever reason you chose to go with Slacking with Truant, if it can learn Feint and you like know that your opponent's going to try and Protect stall your Slacking, you know, could be a fairly decent, you know, tech to be like, oh, don't try that in front of me, you still take damage. Oh ho ho. Was it 30 base power? I thought it was, I'd have to look it up. I thought it was always 60. Let's see. Pokemon Feint. I can type. Oh, Feint has increased priority. Okay. Oh, it does have 30 base power in this game. That's okay. Never mind. It's not nearly as good as it's not even good to begin with, but I thought it was 60 for some reason. 30? Yeah, that is not a good move. Who would ever run that? No offense, Roos. Not talking about. I mean, like, who would run it in like a serious way? You know, early game, sure, fine, but late game, not a super useful move. Even on slacking, like 30 base power, not very good. Good. Accidentally clicked a different key there, but I think we're fine. He uses Feint Cinderace on his champion battle. That's, I mean, I guess even in modern games, Pokemon don't always have the best move sets, even in the late game. I think it's hilarious that in games like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Elite Four members and like the champion will have Pokemon that just have like 2 moves. Like, I understand, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is a more casual game. It's not really about the battling, it's about the catching. You know, it's supposed to be Pokemon Go, but still. The champion, you know, Elite Four members, Pokemon only having 2 moves. Feels a little like... I understand. Maybe those are really the only 2 useful moves they need, maybe. And then, you know, you give it 2 stab moves, it's like, what else does it really need coverage for? 2 stab moves, whatever. I mean, that's actually fair. Choice Scarf Typhlosion with Eruption. I truly, yeah, that is the only move it needs. And like, if the whole AI is like, you know, the game is, they obviously program it knowing that she has a Choice Scarf. If the AI is just gonna be like, okay, Eruption, go burr, you know, best move I got. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that like, why give it any other moves? Just give it Eruption. But I think that's a special case where, you know, that makes more sense. Oh, not even thinking about new games. OG games, Red and Blue, the freaking champion, you know, your rival, I'm pretty sure his Rhydon that he uses on his champion team doesn't have a single rock or ground type move. In fact, I think its only attacking moves it might not even have tackle. I think it has fury attack, definitely. It might have tackle. Like, it's kind of funny. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't see, don't see nothing from Twitter anymore. Oh, excuse me. I actually went on a pretty crazy Flygon HG binge while I was sick. For those 2 weeks after the new year, the beginning of January, when I was bedridden and couldn't speak, I probably watched 50 Flygon HG hardcore Nuzlocke videos. Maybe 50 is an exaggeration. I don't even know if he has 50. He definitely probably has 50 total videos. I watched a lot of them. In summary, I just started binging them, which is kind of crazy because like I'd been subscribed to Flygon HG for a while, but anytime beforehand I tried watching some of his videos, I would only make it like a quarter to halfway through, and I'd be like, I want to go watch something else. But I don't know. During this binge, I was just really locked in. I was just watching all the videos all the way through. Started to realize that I really enjoy his style of content. It's really fun. That's unfortunate. Roost, that is unfortunate. Yeah, that little section of the game, like going through the cold storage. Well, I guess you might not actually be in a... You're probably in black 2 white 2. Okay, no, you are in black and white, so yeah, cold storage. Yeah, going through the cold storage and then going through Clay's gym and then having to go all the way up through that route to get to Chargestone Cave. And then what, you got to make it all the way to a specific area of Chargestone Cave too. Yeah, it's kind of time consuming. Grab the TM for Scald. Where's the TM for Scald? Why can I not think of... Where do you get the TM for Scald? Where is that? Is it on that route? Cold storage first icy bit? Why do I not remember that? I might have missed it, or was I just not paying attention? Because I've played through these games, very recently, going through the cold storage. Why do I not remember grabbing Scald? Maybe I was just beelining it through the game to get to here, so I might have skipped over it. That's right, yeah. Yeah, I knew about, forgot. It's like one of those things where, like, you know it, but then you kind of, like, don't think about it. But yeah, getting it from Marlin, black 2 white 2, remember that. Yeah, I must have just straight up skipped over it in black and white. It was just like, nope, don't have time to pick up items. I'm going as fast as I can. So, yeah, I don't think I, grabbed the TM for Scald. Shoot, I could check right now. Go in the bag. Do I have, where are my TMs? Oh, they're right here. Do I have Scald? Nope, I did not grab it. Also, we're at 200 encounters now, so pretty solid on the day considering we only have one game going. Pretty solid encounter rate, not doing too bad. I commit a crime of ignorance. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, I've been playing through Pokemon games, the story of them, a lot, trying to get everything set up for the Shiny Living Dex. Surprisingly, haven't run into just a random Shiny in the wild. It's not that surprising, pretty low odds, but I've been playing the games a lot. Like, I would figure I would run into at least one, maybe while getting everything set up, but hasn't happened yet. Yeah, the grabbing the TM for Scald. Yeah, I gotcha. Talking to Roos there. I gotcha. I was just trying to remind myself where to get it. I was like, where is that actually found? Yeah, I must have just completely skipped over it when I'm going through the cold storage myself. Ta 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 ta. What does the Victini say? Ta 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 ta. Anyone remember that? What does the fox say? That old. How old is that video now? If anyone remembers what I'm talking about, my classic YouTube. Remember that when that was huge? What does the fox say? I don't know how people come up with that stuff. That was hilarious. But the ta 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 kind of reminded me of that. What does the Victini say? $11 years, good lord. Oh, I feel old. 11 years. Feels like yesterday. That feels like one of those things where like, oh yeah, that song, that was like, what, 3, maybe 4 years ago? And it's like, nope. Over a decade. You're old. I know. Cool. Yay. What does the fuck say? Yeah, X and Y being like almost 12 years old is pretty crazy. Like, I feel like I distinctly remember them announcing X and Y. Like, it was my senior year of high school. Actually, I think they announced it during the end of my junior year. And then it came out during the middle of my senior year of high school. I just remember being so hyped about, like, you know, they revealed the new Eevee evolution. What is it? What's the crazy secret to Sylveon? And then, oh my god, Mew 3? Back before they told us what Megas were, and it was just like, oh hey, look at this new Mewtwo, and it's like, what the fuck is that? What a time, what a time. You're all good. I don't care. It is all good. You hated the Fox ones. The Harlem Shake. That was a time. I was never involved in any. I feel like my voice gets randomly loud on occasion. I don't know if it comes through the mic or not. Like I start talking and then randomly the volume just like erupts out of nowhere and I'm just like, what just happened there? I was never involved in any Harlem Shake stuff. I don't think they did that at my school. I don't think anyone, at least not that I was aware of. I don't think anyone did the Harlem Shake trend back in my school. There was a certain, I can't remember if it was the University of Georgia swim team or it was just a swim team in general. It might just be associating Georgia with it for whatever reason, but I remember the Harlem Shake, this like one underwater aerobic swim team or whatever did it. It was pretty cool, pretty creative. I was like, how the hell y'all do that? Y'all remember when they used to do YouTube Rewind? At least I don't, they might still do it, to be honest. I have no idea. I haven't seen one in a minute. But YouTube Rewind used to be, it was cool at first, but then they really started just botching it towards the end. Can't remember, is that one YouTube rewind still like the most disliked YouTube video of all time, or is it Justin? I think Justin Bieber's Baby for a while was like the #1 most disliked video ever. And that one YouTube rewind might have overtaken it though. Last one was 2018. Okay, yeah, so definitely a minute ago. I don't remember that one exactly, but yeah, the earlier YouTube rewinds were definitely pretty good. Y'all ever just randomly remember a YouTuber or like content creator you used to watch religiously, and then you haven't thought about them in years, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I literally used to watch these people's videos every day, and now it's like I haven't thought about these people in, you know, 5+ years. But Lady Drop Bear, what up, what up? How's it going? Will you complete your decks? Oh yeah, definitely. Any free shinies that I can get, I will 100% take advantage of. If the games want to give me a free shiny, I will add that to the total with gratitude. With gratitude. I pressed that a little early, but that's okay. It had the water bottle flip moment. Actually, pie in it before you Was it the one where, was it the one with PewDiePie on the beach? Or was that a different one? Where PewDiePie was like on the beach or something. Speaking of Driftvale City, over there by the cold storage, got a nice little Past Paradox remix. Driftvale City. Think it's unobtainable, gotta admit. What, the Victini? Nah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. With enough determination, hard work, and willpower, I will get a shiny Victini, I should say. I will get a shiny Victini. The rock with the fanny pack. Why do I not remember that? The rock with a fanny pack. I might have to go back and rewatch that. I don't remember it. I do remember the Will Smith Fortnite clip from that one YouTube rewind. Wasn't that the one that was like super disliked? The one with the Will Smith looking at the Fortnite bus being like, that's hot, or something like that? Wasn't that the one that was so disliked? Before The Rock was... Yeah, The Rock is not painting himself in the best light as of late. Certainly Dave Bautista is shown to be the superior wrestling actor. Sad that cool shinies are thrown away. What you mean by that? Lady Draw thrown away like babies out of a window. You're talking about just like Victini's shiny being locked? Yeah, but I think what? Victini is now the only shiny Pokemon that's never been obtainable. I think every other Pokemon's at least had their shiny released in some way or another. I think Victini, now that Meloetta's come out, I think Victini's the only one that's never been truly released. Oh, that's right. I forget about new Pokemon existing. That's right. They did Shiny Lock all the new legends. Would have the, what are Vessels of Ruin or whatever they're called? The Ruination Pokemon. Have they had their shinies come out? Chin Pao, Wo-Chin, all those. Yeah, I think there was a Shiny Keldeo event at some point in time. Might be an old event that's not available anymore, but I think they did at one point or another distribute Shiny Keldeo. It's a crying shame that Koraidon Shiny is locked away still. Koraidon Shiny is nice. It is a nice shiny. I think it's hilarious that they lock away these shinies, but then they still, like, release them. Like, you can't get them in game, but, like... Or maybe they don't release them. Maybe data miners figure out what they look like or whatever. But... It's like, they don't actually release the shinies, but then... You still know what the shiny looks like, so you're just sitting here like, wow, that's a cool shiny. Wish I could get it. It's like the... It's like the meme from Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy's dad. It's like, this is where I'd put my trophy if I had one. Yeah, I like Miraidon. I do think it's cool. But yeah, Koraidon definitely does resonate with me more. Does align with my type of Pokemon design that I enjoy. And of course, the black and red shiny is elite in my book. Do love me some black and red shinies. They lock Koraidon. Why? I said Koraidon in the most country way possible right there. They lock Koraidon, but then they add uncatchable shiny Ditto blocks. Not sure. I haven't played in the game. What do you... Uncatchable shiny Ditto blocks. What does that mean? Shiny Ditto blocks. I think I'm gonna sit down for the rest of the stream. I'm gonna do 20 more encounters about, but I'm gonna sit down for the rest of it. Chair back out. Start going back down. There we go. Perfection. I'm back to it. Kirby Squeak Squad. Is that a video game? I don't think I've ever played a Kirby game in my life. There's quests you can do in multiplayer. One of them is going around the area and finding a number of Ditto blocks. There's a one. Oh. So, like, what does the block being shiny do for you? Like, anything? Does getting a shiny Ditto block, like, amount to anything? Or is it just like, oh, hey, I got a shiny block. Cool. Remind you don't have a shiny. Okay, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Dog Zygarde is rare to see that normal. In what capacity do you mean rarer? Like people using it? Or just like where can you see the different Zygarde forms? Well, yeah, I mean, what? The dog Zygarde is the weakest of all the forms, right? Like it's the fastest, but it's not the hardest hitting or the bulkiest. I think it would make more sense to just use regular Zygarde complete. Yeah. Heard about, you know, the blueberry points and all that, but yeah, I don't really know anything about them. What about the tiny DNAs? I mean, those are more just items. They're not actual Pokemon that you can use, so I don't even think they have, and yeah, they definitely don't have. They're not actual Pokemon. They're just little collectible items in the game, so they don't even have base stats or anything like that. They're just little blobs. I hope that Legends ZA somehow expands upon Zygarde's origin. You know, the story's kind of central around Zygarde in the way that like a Pokemon Z would have been. Because it was always kind of, it was just a little weird that they shoehorned Zygarde's whole kind of importance to a game story into Sun and Moon and not Kalos, like X and Y. Hopefully they add a little bit more to Zygarde in Legends ZA. Why is everyone, what do you mean everyone a PDF now? One Discord. Oh, I have no idea. I don't really use Discord. I do not use it very much, so I'm not really sure. You got hand meters. Okay. Again, I don't know. I do not know. I am not active in Discord. No, they generally do. Typically, as the games go on, they start adding more and more, they start adding more distribution to moves. Stop making some moves. What's the word I'm looking for? They stop making certain moves, signature moves of Pokemon, start distributing them more, make other moves, yeah. And they'll eventually start distributing the new Scarlet Violet moves even more. Abundantly, is that the wording I'm looking for? I gotta be honest, I don't know what that Major Klug. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. Person? Again, I feel like you're... What does that mean? His alter ego is basically... What is that? What does that mean? Minor... I don't... I feel out of touch. I feel like I'm speaking a different language. I don't know what any of that means. Oh. Well, that's not cool. What? That's, yeah, don't do that. That's not cool. What are you doing? You just come in here and start hacking up a lung? Yeah. I'll be done in a couple minutes. I'm gonna stop at 250 encounters, which is 4 away, so. Can do. You're full of energy now. Well, yeah, it definitely sounds worth the negativity. Does not sound like a good person. I'm also now putting together what you mean by PDF. I thought you were talking about, like, you know, Adobe PDF, you know, a PDF file. I was like, what does that mean? You're talking about people being a pedo. I get it now. Yeah, no, that's not cool. Well, I definitely feel like chat would automatically. Oh, also, this is going to be the last Victini encounter, by the way. Just kind of ran into it. No hoopla, no big to do about it. Yeah, we're going to stop right now. This is kind of abruptly, but yeah. So this is going to be the last Victini of the night. You know, we got the 250 total encounters. Pretty good pace, you know, just 2 hours, 15 minutes. I think we did pretty good with one game. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not cool, but also I guess I don't know. Probably don't want. I'll say let's not talk about that kind of stuff in chat. I'll say. Yeah, it's not cool. Definitely do not endorse that. But yeah, let's let's try and steer away from those kind of topics in chat. But anyways, this is gonna be it for the night. We got to 250 total encounters. We assume that the code's working and that we'll be able to actually get this shiny eventually. But as always, thanks to everyone who comes on out to these streams, keeping me sane while I sit here and hunt for these little differently colored sprites. Always appreciative of that, and hope everyone has a great night. I will see y'all again on Friday. We'll be back with the Arceus Dialga Giratina, looking for a shiny god. Hopefully we can get one of those to shine. We've been at that for a decent little bit now. We've gotten pretty far into the hunt, and it'd be nice for that to turn out for us here. But yeah, I will see you all then.